You're 87 years old. You've written more than 100 books, taught for more than half a century. You're known globally. You've made massive contributions in the field of linguistics, in foreign policy, international relations. And yet your ideas, your worldview has never really gone mainstream, especially here in the United States. Does that depress you, that you're not living in anywhere kind of like the society you'd like to, that the foreign policy isn't the way you'd want it to be, that you haven't had that impact here?
I never anticipated living in utopia. If I was in the mainstream, I'd begin to ask myself what I'm doing wrong. There have been, not because of me, but many people, there has been notable progress over the years, not uniform, there's regression as well, but in many respects it's a more civilized world than it was before. When George Bush and Tony Blair decided to invade Iraq, it was the first time in the history of imperialism, and that was imperialism straight out, that there was massive protest even before the war was officially launched. Didn't stop the war, but I think it restricted it. They could never use the modes that were used by Lyndon Johnson, for example. Well, that's progress. In other respects, there's progress too. Take something like women's rights. Huge difference in the last 50 years. Civil rights, mixed differences. There's a concern over the environment. That's a matter of life and death for the species. It's quite different from what it was 20, 30 years ago. And in many respects, there is slow progress.
So you're an optimist about the future?
Look, you have two choices. You can say, I'm a pessimist, nothing's going to work, I'm giving up, I'll help ensure that the worst will happen. Or you can grasp onto the opportunities that do exist, the rays of hope that exist, and say, well, maybe we can make it a better world. It's not much of a choice.
Noam Chomsky, thanks for joining me on Upfront. Appreciate it.